Hello, today I want us to think about Sergei Rachmaninoff, who died on this day in 1943. He had at one point in his career a very severe case of creative block. He composed his first symphony in 1897, and it was very poorly received. The critics didn't like it. The audience were very lukewarm in their response, and he really couldn't put his mind to composing anything for the next 3 years. And I thought it might be worth looking to see how he got himself out of this, because few of us perhaps are sufficiently creative to have anything which we would so grandly call a block. But there are often times, I think for most of us, where we procrastinate about getting on with something, either because it's an ordinary task or something a bit more creative, and we just feel we don't want to start it, we put it off. And there can be all sorts of reasons for this. It can be our own sense of not being up to it, not being able to do it, our own inner critic telling us that's not something we should be trying, or maybe we're afraid of our efforts being criticised by other people. Or we feel that we're perfectionists. We want everything that we do to be absolutely perfect, and we're not sure we're going to be able to achieve that. Or it could just be sheer tiredness. And it's worth looking to, first of all, asking ourselves why we are not able to be getting on with it, but then perhaps looking at what Rachmaninoff did and see if there's any clues there as to how we might get out of our procrastination. And the first thing he did was to do something which he knew he could do well in order to boost his confidence. He was supposed to produce a piece of music for a concert in 1899, but he just couldn't compose at that point. But he did conduct the orchestra for that concert, and received very good reviews and a very warm response from the audience. And this boosted his confidence. So he did something which he knew he could do. Then he went to see somebody who he thought might have had the same sort of experience. He went and had a chat with Leo Tolstoy. And then finally his family decided something more desperate was needed, and they persuaded him to go to a therapist, not the Freudian type. This was pre-Freud, hypnotic therapy type of approach, and Nikolai Dahl sort of put the final brick in place to enable him to get back to composing. And in 1900 he produced the second piano concerto, certainly his best known and probably his best piece of music. Because he'd worked hard at the process of trying to get to the point of composing again. And so I thought if we do have a sense that we're procrastinating about something, we could perhaps learn something from him, seeking advice if someone else is likely to be struggling with the same kind of issue, or doing something which can build up our confidence because we know we can do it well. Or deciding that we are not going to be put off by our fear of what other people might say, but just getting on with it. Because once we've made a start, and that's the thing to do, to make a start, once we've done that, then it's not too difficult to see our way to the finish.